The Hapytime Murders is the naughty version of the Muppets, and when I say naughty, I mean triple X rated. They have cursing, drugs, death, and even a reference to that leg crossing scene from Basic Instinct. You know the one I'm talking about.
The story follows a puppet named Phil Phillips, who is a private eye solving the murders of the cast of an 80s TV show.
The premise of the foul-mouthed puppets is intriguing, but after the first 10 minutes, you soon realize that the filmmakers couldn't come up with anything to add on top of this initial setup.
Phil partners with his former police partner, played by Melissa McCarthy, in order to help track down the bad guys.
The murder plot offers some great opportunity for giggle bits with the puppets, and the death scenes are hilarious. However, after a while, it just turns into a traditional cop comedy with the whole back and forth banter that we've already heard from McCarthy in her other fully human movies.
You got Brian Henson, Jim Henson's son, making a foul-mouthed puppet movie. Now, the first time a puppet drops the F-bomb, it comes off as a shock, but the shock value fades as more and more F-bombs continue to drop.
Did you say a puppet dropped an F-bomb?
Yeah.
That is a big no-no. Right, Steve?
Yeah. Every time a puppet says the F word, a puppet loses its fluff.
That is how we lost Gary. A moment of silence.
Poor Gary.
I said silence!
You'd think there would be some suspense, with the whole murder plot aspect of the story, but you'd be wrong. Now, the plot is so half-heartedly tacked on that you know exactly what's going to happen way before it happens. I kid you not, every scene in the plot is just a setup for a puppet to curse. I mean, I guess there is some suspense in the fact of knowing how the writer's going to fit an F-bomb in every scene.
The violence would be hardcore, if it were humans, but it's puppets, so I'm a little torn. They had guns and fighting, but when a puppet gets shot, it's just fluff balls everywhere, which is supposed to be funny, but I didn't laugh. I barely even chuckled.
McCarthy gives her usual comedic performance, which by now you either like it or you don't. But she wasn't even the most underwhelming aspect of the movie. That would be the puppets.
Comparisons will be made to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Both movies take what's usually known as children's favorites and puts an adult spin on it, and they both have private investigators solving a murder plot. But where Roger Rabbit succeeded is because the filmmakers made the characters lovable and actually made the audience believe they could exist and actually wanted them to exist.
The puppets were just awkward, and the humans interacting with the puppets were awkward as well. Nothing about this experience made me wish that puppets really existed.
The puppets are one-dimensional in order just to tell a few dirty jokes, and like I said at the beginning, these jokes are X-rated. I'm talking an octopus milking a cow for a backdoor porno. No, I didn't make that up. That's actually in the movie.
It's a subpar comedy even by Melissa McCarthy standards. At least it has a short runtime. 4 out of 10.
Fluff flying everywhere and it was still boring. 3 out of 10.
The entire story is predictable and only exists for puppet jokes. 1 out of 10.
Some of the gross out moments were freaking hilarious, but there were some that just made me cringe. Worst of all, there were some that just were dumb. 6 out of 10.
There's nothing in this movie to keep you entertained once the shock value ends. A wasted opportunity. 2 out of 10.
You disappoint me, Brian Henson.
We here at Who's Review give the Happytime Murders the overall rating of 1 trick puppet. Now, the premise could have been something very exciting, especially with Muppet royalty Brian Henson on board directing. But this was just an opportunity to put puppets in naughty situations and make a lot of sex and poop jokes that got stale very quickly. There you have it, that's our review. What do you think? Are we way off, right on? Let us know in the comment section below and we'll check it out and respond. As always, if you want to stay up to date on all things Who's Review, make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and most importantly of all, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We thank you guys for checking us out here at Who's Review, where everyone's a critic.
That is how we lost Gary. A moment of silence.
Poor Gary.
I said silence!